All right, quick. You're on a deserted island with your baby and you can only take one form of food with you after infant milk. What is your solid food and why did you choose fritters? Hi, I'm Katie Ferraro, registered dietitian specializing in baby-led weaning. And in this video, I'm going to show you why fritters are hands down the best kept secret when it comes to baby-led weaning foods. And stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing my basic fritter recipe that will help you master even the hardest to feed foods for babies. So early on in self-feeding, your baby does not have their pincer grasp. That means they can't use their forefinger and their thumb together, which is required to pick up small pieces of food like whole grains, for example. Early eaters instead use their whole hands or their palmar grasp to rake or scoop food up and into their mouths to self-feed. So we offer strips of food to early eaters that are shaped or the size of our adult pinky finger, so it's easier and safer for these babies to eat. The fritter is a way that you can fry foods into a patty form that you then cut into strips about the size of your adult pinky finger and offer to the baby. The thing that I love about fritters is that they are so versatile. So you can pretty much pulse like any cooked soft food into a batter that you then form into a fritter and fry it for baby-led weaning. Some of my favorite fritter ingredients include those harder to feed whole grains like quinoa or sorghum or bulgur. But I also like to use already cooked protein like diced up chicken or turkey, as well as any leftover cooked vegetables that you might want to repurpose into a finger food that your baby can eat. One of the key concepts of fritters is generally that you're going to be frying a few ingredients that are going to be stuck together. So the binding agent ingredient, the thing that helps stick everything together, is usually egg. Now, egg is an important part of most fritter batter because when you're cooking the batter, the egg protein coagulates, and that's what kind of holds all of the other ingredients together into a solid form. If your baby hasn't had egg yet, or if your baby has an egg allergy, or you don't offer eggs because your family is vegan, for example, you can do an egg substitute. So I like to do a chia seed or a flax seed substitute in place of egg in fritters. So to do this, you mix 1 tablespoon of flax seed or chia seed. Mix that with 3 tablespoons of water. Stir it. Let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until it gelatinizes and kind of becomes like the consistency of an egg. And then that amount of the replacement, it counts for about 1 egg in your fritter batter. Now, I recommend frying fritters in whatever oil that you're already using in your family kitchen. So some of my favorite oils for making fritters include peanut oil and avocado oil, both of which have high smoke points, but really, honestly, any oil will work. Alternatively, you can bake your fritter batter too. Just cook it long enough until the egg is set. I did a whole other video on my favorite pan for baking fritters. These make these baked rectangular fritters, which are easier to cut into strips than the circles that you might be frying. So one thing that I love about cooking for babies is that you do not have to be precise because they will pretty much eat anything. But after playing around with lots of baby-led weaning fritter batter ratios, my preferred ingredient mix for fritters is this. I do 1 cup of cooked, dry, day-old or older grains, okay? Day-old works a little bit better. It's kind of like how the best rice for fried rice is day-old rice. You don't want soupy, wet grains. They will not stick together in your fritter. Now, mix the grain with a 1/2 cup of any other cooked vegetable or protein. Some ideas are things like chopped cooked broccoli or leftover turkey. And then I put 1 egg to hold everything together. Season it as you like. Just avoid added salt, sugar, or super spicy ingredients that could be injurious to your baby. Now mix everything together. I think a food processor works great, but you can also just use a bowl to mash the ingredients together. Form the fritters into little balls about the size of a golf ball. Flatten them and fry until cooked and the egg is set. That's usually about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Cool, and cut into strips about the size of your adult pinky finger that you can offer to your baby. The next time you're facing down a very small piece of food that you're not exactly sure how your baby could self-feed it, consider working it into a fritter. If you want to grab my 100 First Foods list that features 20 different starchy foods, a lot of which are whole grains that work great as a base in fritters, the way to get that 100 First Foods free list is linked up in the video description. Hit me up in the comments if your baby has tried any fritters and let me know how it went, and happy feeding.